Hello everyone, hello YouTube. I am recording this video because I want to talk about accent. I want to talk about American accent, or I want to talk about what is accent. First of all, guys, I want to give some information about myself. I live in Turkey and I'm an English teacher in Turkey, and I've been studying English for a long time, for 20 years, and I've been teaching English for 7 or 8 years. And all this time, I always encountered some specific common things like I want to speak this accent, I want to speak that accent, this person's accent is good, that person's accent is bad, or whatever. British accent, American accent, South African accent, Canadian accent. So, what is accent, and is this really important to be worth of speaking that much? First of all, guys, I was going to say this here. Yeah, of course it's important, but there is actually another question you should ask yourselves. Can you learn one common specific accent? Like, can you learn American accent without going to United States? Good news, the answer is yes. But you have to work a lot and you need to have a plan. But before, listen to my video. If you have a chance, if you have opportunities, if you have money, and if you have enough time, I suggest you guys to go to United States and live there for a long time, maybe 2 years or 3 years. You will get this American accent automatically because your ears and your brain will adjust American accent automatically and naturally. You don't have to do anything. But if you are on the other side, if you are in the like among 95% of the people who want to learn English, please listen to me, because I have never been to United States before, and I kind of have a feeling that I can make this accent like I don't know. I don't want to brag about myself all the time, but okay. So let's go on, guys. So what is accent? Accent is the soul of the language. Like this: if the language is football game, accent is how you play it. For example, if you watch, soccer. If you can call it soccer, but I live in Europe, and in Europe we call it football. And if you're interested in football, or if you know football, you know this also. Every nation has a different style or technique of playing football. Like this, English people, they play football really fast, and Spanish football is like technical. Italian football is more like strength and defending system. So every nation plays this game differently. But can you say that this technique is better than the other technique? I don't think so. You can specifically like one technique or the other technique, but you can never say that this is the best way. So what I'm trying to say is that every single accent is very valuable and very important, and we cannot say that Indian accent is bad. Of course, if you want to speak Indian accent is important, but we can say that some accents in the world can be a little closer to American accents, but some accents can be a little far away, like Indian accent or Russian accent. So I have my mother tongue is Turkish, so I may have a little Turkish accent in my speaking. Maybe I don't know. It's really hard to evaluate yourself. Maybe you can leave your comments there. All right, I don't want to talk about. I want to get to the point as best as possible, guys. So, what is accent again? Accent is the combination of pronunciation, intonation, liaison. Actually, you can find this information on the internet, but what I experienced myself is that there is one really important thing, which is the voice control. Guys, I'm not saying that the other people are bad, whatever. I've seen a lot of great teachers on the internet and they are talking about some great things, but actually there is a really interesting point, which is they're all American. Okay, so this is their mother tongue. They can be experienced teachers, but they didn't have the examination or evaluation in the first place. I mean, they evaluated their students maybe, but I experienced it myself. I evaluated myself because I've been working on American accent for a long time. Not a long time, maybe 3 years. So guys, I'm recording this video to get your attraction, and if I have enough views and maybe if I have enough subscriptions to my channel, my plan is to teach every single thing I know, every single thing I've experienced, because this is the problem. I have never found really comprehensive material to teach American accents. There are really good teachers and books, but please, no offense, but they weren't enough, because there was always something missing, and I had to figure out myself. So I'm planning to teach everything I know if I have enough viewers and followers maybe on my channel. Alright guys, so I said, pronunciation, intonation, liaison, and voice control is the dynamics which create this specific accent. So if you want to speak this American accent or any kind of different accents, you have to work on them separately. Let's start with pronunciation. Pronunciation is how you say the words, and of course pronunciation is very important because all languages, they have different letters and different sounds, and sometimes we have the same letter but we have the different sound. That may cause a little problem actually, which creates the accent that you speak in English like this. For example, let's talk about Indian accent again. They can't say L sound. They always say L like this. What is your problem, man? What is your problem? My accent is Indian accent. So Indian people, maybe this is not true, please, no offense, but Indian people talk like this. And this is because their mouth position, their jaw, and their tongue and maybe inside of the mouth is positioned with this language, and they're having problems when they speak American accent. So with enough practice, you can overcome this. You can first of all cut your mother tongue accent, then you can get the American accent, but you have to stick with the plan, and which actually I experienced myself again. Oh my god, I told this 10 times, this is not very easy to talk in front of the camera, please forgive me guys. So I said pronunciation. Pronunciation is the saying the words right? Okay, so what should you do to improve your pronunciation? First of all guys, you can start with the sounds, because I told you maybe we are using the Latin alphabet, but maybe we have the different sounds like this. In Turkish, we don't have R sound, we have R sound. So instead of saying very or car in Turkey, most of the Turkish people say very, kar. So this is a great problem. If you are aware of this difference, then you can work on it and you can improve yourself. But please do not try to be lazy, because your brain is always playing you a trick. Your brain is always saying this, come on man, come on, I have my sounds already. Why do you want to get different sounds? It's a lot of work and painful process. So do not listen to your brain. Please, hard work, stick with the plan. So you can start with the sounds, which I will tell you guys later to pronounce the best ways of the sounds, and then you can work on the pronunciation of the words, of course. And then we have the intonation. Intonation is the how you are using your voice whenever you're going up and downs of the language basically. and we have liaison. Liaison is like this. Whenever you speak English, actually American people always try to combine the words all together. Maybe that's why whenever you watch something you think that this person is speaking really fast, but actually is not speaking really fast, but he is stretching all the words, and you feel like he's not giving a break all the time. Liaison is this, like this. You are not cutting the words. You are not cutting the words. Or like this. I am talking on the phone. So this is the sentence, right? Liaison is this. I'm talking on the phone. Combining the words, stretching the words. This is liaison, and this is really important in American accent. And there is one more thing, the voice control. Voice control. Voice control is very important, guys, because the fuel of speaking is your voice. And in all the languages, we have a different voicing system. Like this, in Turkish language, we don't use a lot of voice. Actually, we don't create the sounds in the back of the mouth or in the throat, like this, in the back or in the throat. We don't create those sounds in the throat or in the back of your mouth right here. In Turkish, we always create the sounds in the tip of our mouth. That's why we don't need much sound. But in American accent, most of the sounds are being created in the back of your mouth, and it may sometimes in the throat, and you have to use your tongue very actively. That's why the voicing system is very important. So I am aware of this, and I'm gonna teach you guys how to do it, the voicing system, the pronunciation, the intonation, and the liaison, so that after enough practice you can get American accent. It's not impossible, but it's really hard. But the point is this, right? With enough practice, you can make the hard easy. And whenever the hard is easy, that means you are doing it. But again, this is not kind of thing that you can buy with money, or this is not kind of thing that you can, I don't know, get in a one day. You have to work on it for a while, like 1 year or 2 years. Yeah, and one more thing, I want to show you guys something else. For example, I can try maybe different accents in the world, like this. Maybe I can try the Southern accent, like Southern American accent. Why not? But of course, I'm trying to speak like general American accent now, but I'm hearing this. I can try. Alright, let's try. So how Southerners speak. Please, guys, no offense. I'm not the expert. I don't want to offend anyone, or I don't want to show off or something. I just want to, I don't know, show something to those people. Alright, Southerners speak like this. You don't know about me unless you heard the story of Tom Sawyer. I'm Tom Sawyer, and I've never met anyone who didn't tell lie. And I'm trying to speak the Southern accent, and I have a president who is not a good man. And yeah, this, I don't know, maybe it's not good, but this is my impression of Southerners. And maybe the Indian people speak this language like this. What is your problem, man? I want to tell you something. If you go to the United States, and you can earn a lot of money. And if you earn a lot of money, you will have an easier life. But old man, please, listen to me what I say, because I am a very hardworking person. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it's not true, but this is all I heard from my ears. And what about the Turkish people? Turkish people speak like this. You are very, very good person, and I am speaking English, and I want to improve myself. Just a second, guys. Sorry guys, I had a phone call, so I had to cut the shooting, but I will continue. So I don't remember actually what we were talking about, but I think we were talking about the accents. So yeah, as I told you guys, you can do it with enough practice, and of course with a really good plan. I'm telling again, on the internet, on the YouTube, there are really great guys who are trying to teach English and teach some accents. You can listen to them, but I think I have more experience because I've been through the whole process by myself. On my own, I tested everything on myself and I can see that it works. So maybe I can share everything I know. You will see it in the future. Of course, if I have enough viewers, if I have enough followers, I can of course teach everything I know on YouTube. Why not? But I want to tell you guys, this is not impossible. This is possible, but it's not easy. But with a good plan, and if you follow the plan, if you stick with the plan, there's no reason that you will fail. You will do it. But of course, you have a guide, and I'm gonna be your guide, and I can be the perfect guide, and you may have a perfect accent without going to that country. And if English is really important in your country, as in my country, for example, in Turkey, if you want to find a good job, you have to speak perfect English. I don't know why. The reason, I don't know, whatever job you want to do, you're working in the bank, you want to work in the bank, and in which you will never use even one single of English, they ask for you, do you know English? I don't know, this is kind of bullshit, but I know it may be the same. I know in China, lots of people try to learn this language. So if it is the same thing, and maybe for your career, maybe you want a communication, maybe you want to go to this country, you can improve yourself and you can be a perfect speaker, right? So I'm gonna wait for a while. If I have enough hits, if I have enough followers on YouTube, and I will start teaching and telling everything I know. So that's it, guys. I think I have talked enough, and bye bye.